Hello, and welcome to another Lumbridge Knight quest guide for free-to-play OSRS. In this video we're going to be looking at the Misthalin Mystery quest. This quest is easy to complete and offers some valuable crafting XP as a reward. It also plays homage to the Scream franchise in classic OSRS style. There are no requirements for this quest, and no items needed in advance either. As always, bringing some energy or stamina pots might speed things up, but they are totally optional. To start the quest, head south of the graveyard in Lumbridge and speak to Abigail, who should be north of the mine, south of Lumbridge. She will ask for your help after being attacked by an unknown figure on a nearby island. Once you agree to help and finish the narrative, head south and you should see a rowboat. Board it to travel to the island. When you arrive on the island, head towards the front door and then west when you see the fountain. Pick up the bucket you found on the floor there, and then head north until you trigger the cutscene with Cid's murder. Once that's finished, use the bucket on the barrel of rainwater to get the mana key. Head back round to the front door, and use the key to enter the manor. Once inside, collect the knife from the table and head north to the door with the pink doorknob. Left click to trigger the cutscene in which Tayton is murdered. At the end of which, you'll receive the first riddle. Make sure you click on the riddle to read it, as this is the trigger to unlock the next part of the quest. The riddle is a reference to a picture hanging in the manor. Head back to the entrance hall and go through the western door. Use the knife on the northernmost picture and you will receive the ruby key. You can now open the eastern door with the key you just got. Once through the door, grab a tinderbox from the shelf and light all of the candles in the room. There are 4 in total. Then use the tinderbox on the fuse attached to the explosive barrel. Exit the room to trigger the explosion. Once that's done, head back into the room, exit through the new hole in the wall and follow the fence around the perimeter of the manor until you trigger the next cutscene with Lacey. The killer will be asking Lacey what her favourite scary quest is, and then what the name of the vampire who lives in South Misthalin is called. It's count check, but it doesn't matter what answer you give, as the killer will murder Lacey anyway. Once the deed is done, collect the killer's note and read it. Then head back around to the other gap in the wall where you can see a piano. The answer to this riddle is to play the keys D, E, A, D on the piano. Do that and then search the piano to find the emerald key.
Please like the video and support my content. Thank you, noble knight.
Now retrace your steps back through the wall you blew up into the entrance hall, then north to the door with the emerald or green doorknob. Open it, and then try to open the kitchen door to trigger the next cutscene. In this cutscene, you will see Mandy get murdered by the killer, after which we will get another note. As always, read the note. This riddle is all about the first and last letters of each sentence. The first letters spell hearth, so head back to the room where we blew up the wall and through the other door to the north. Use the knife on the fireplace to find a hidden compartment of switches. The solution is the gem that starts with the last letter of each sentence from the riddle, so sapphire, diamond, zanite, emerald, onyx, and ruby. Once done, search the fireplace again to get the sapphire key. Head back into the room where you slashed the painting and open the door with the blue doorknob. Once you open the door, the killer will confront you. They will hide in one of 4 wardrobes and periodically throw throwing knives into the room. The player must reflect these back at the killer using the mirror. The trick is to look for the black circle that loops in front of the wardrobe a few seconds before the killer throws the knife. Make sure to push the mirror at least 1 square towards the direction of the knife, otherwise it won't reflect back in a straight line. You'll need to get 3 hits to complete the battle. Try to anticipate where the killer will come from, and don't worry about hitting every knife back. It is a bit of a faff, to be honest. There's also a glitch on mobile where the mirror may not move. Here you'll have to try logging out and back in, or unequipping anything in your main weapon slot to try and correct this. Outside of that, contact Jagex support. Anyway, once you've reflected the dagger 3 times, a cutscene will trigger. It turns out Abigail and her boyfriend orchestrated the whole thing as they were jealous of adventurers getting all the glory. They'll have a bit of a marital and she ends up killing him. Take the opportunity to pick the killer's knife up and give Abigail the good news. As you go to leave, she will get up, but Mandy will intervene and finish her off with the Bandos Godsword. Exit the manor and speak to Mandy when you can see her outside. Congratulations, that is the end of the quest. You will receive 1 quest point, 600 crafting XP, as well as an uncut ruby, emerald and sapphire. And that brings us to the end of this video. I hope that this Mythril Mystery quest guide was useful. Please leave a comment with any feedback or questions, as I'm keen to hear them. And all that's left for me to say is I've been the Lumberjay Knight, peace out, and thanks for watching.